Hello, everybody. It is I, Zankoku, and welcome to I Got My Heart Broken, so here is a poem. That's right, the attempted weekly poetry slash therapy show where I share my poetry and then I share my thoughts and feelings and then suffer the consequences and ramifications for doing so. No, inside joke, people. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Please have mercy on me. Anyways, that's me. I'm dumb. My humor. Anyways, this week, oh man, the roller coaster of emotions continues. I'm happy because I am on vacation again. Yes, thank you. Been looking forward to it for 2 weeks. That's all right. I got another one coming, but it's gonna be like a month, so be a little bit downer. But heading into this week, I have been, I don't know, there was a few days last week that I was sort of under the weather, and I was afraid that, I might have been coming down with like a cold or something, but I think it was just allergies because it went away, but then again, I also drank like 1,000,000 gallons of orange juice, and maybe that killed it all, I don't know. Anyways, well, I'm feeling better now. Emotionally, yeah, theme last couple weeks have been fear and doubt, and I'm still battling them, and I'm still trying to make my way through and find my place. But fear, definitely fear. Fear and doubt, they go hand in hand. They definitely work with each other. Though honestly, them by themselves aren't bad. Like, fear is good, because it prevents you from doing stupid shit. Fear is good because you don't jump off of a building normally because you're afraid of hitting the ground, and that's a healthy fear. That's a good fear. And doubt can be good too, because you don't decide to take on like five guys in a street fight because you doubt your ability to be victorious in that situation. It's a good doubt. Like, we're not all Bruce Lee. We're not all Jackie Chan. We're not all the Terminator, so the 5-on-1 scenario probably not going to work. I'm just putting that out there. But yeah, there are times where too much fear, too much doubt can definitely imprison you and make you do nothing. And sometimes doing nothing is worse than doing something. And unfortunately, I find myself to be in the prison of fear. In fact, I think my gamer tag, my Xbox Live gamer or whatever, the bio in there says, trapped in the prison of fear or something like that. Because most of my life, yeah, it's probably been like that. But anyways, I wanted to talk about that because there are a few poems that I've actually kind of been afraid, for one reason or another, to actually share with everyone. And so I thought, now is a good time, since I to maybe overcome that fear and just say, whatever, it is what it is. And there's a myriad of reasons why I'm afraid to share these poems with you guys, and the world in general. And so we're going to start with the first one. The first one is poem that I wrote way back in high school. And in fact, I still have the original notebook. And I don't know if you can see that there. Yes, when I was in high school, I made my own imaginary metal band called Metal Death. Yes, because, I like Megadeth, I like Metallica. So you take Metallica and Megadeth, you mash them together, you get Metal Death, even though it's spelled like real death as opposed to Megadeth, which is DETH. Anyways, they're hardcore, but, they're not crazy. And it's weird, too, because I do like the band Death. So it's kind of interesting. It's all that, and you got the blood dripping from the sharp edges and stuff like that, and you've got the word alone all broken up, and then you have this skeletal guy with a gun next to him, gunshot wound in the head, and a pool of blood, and he's wearing a Detroit jacket, because I rep the D. I don't live in Detroit, but I mean I rep the D. I'm a Detroit fan. I'm just put that out there. But this was the actual scrawls, the actual writing that I wrote down, and I guess the idea behind that was, I'm writing a song. It's not technically a poem, it's a song, right? And this is going to be the t-shirt, and it's going to be my band, and I write the words, but I don't have any of the music to it, it's like, and so that's why I say that, some of these have a sort of a kind of song type of thing with verses and choruses and things like that. Anyways, and one of the reasons why I was afraid, have fear to share this one was it was back in high school, so it's not like polished or anything spectacular, but also because subject matter, suicide type thing, and that's kind of a very touchy subject for a lot of people. I've known friends that have been touched with the tragedy of suicide. I have family members that I know have been affected by that. I fortunately have not been affected, as directly as some of the people I know, but I know it's a complicated and a tough thing, and so the sort of I would say subject matter is rough, and yeah. So anyways, so let me just get into it, and I'll talk about it after. So this one's called Alone, so here we go. Alone. I sit on my bed and look out the window. A shot in the head, it sounded so simple. The gun in my hand, the world all around, 6 feet deep in sand, and death will surround. I cannot feel love. I cannot love. I cannot live anymore. To feel so alone, and yet I am surrounded, skin stripped to the bone, and yet I am hounded. Everyone has betrayed me and left me all alone. Is there someone to save me? No, there is none. I cannot feel love. I cannot love. I cannot live. Why me? Alone. I cannot see myself happy. Alone. I can see my friends, quotes, laughing. Alone. I can feel the cold wind blow. Alone, and only alone. the only choice given to me. So, some things to unpack there. First of all, my attempted to rhyme, like you can get things to rhyme just by pronouncing them weirdly, like window and simple. I guess there's sort of a flow in there. But I know alone and none. So you have to say alone and none, or alone and known. So, so anyways, and so you got like verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus, and then sort of the end phrase, there, I guess, was my thoughts about that. But getting into the lyrics, I sit on my bed and look out the window, a shot in the head, it sounded so simple. The gun in my hand, the world all around, 6 feet deep, and death will surround. So, you're sitting there alone and you're looking at the world, and the world is, when you're in that kind of mindset, sometimes the world seems like a far off, distant thing. Looking at it through a window, there's this separation. You're inside, they're outside. It's part of alienation, once again, that, you are not part of something. And so, these thoughts, you're by yourself, and you're looking out, and you see life happen, and you don't feel like you're a part of that. So, and it goes into the chorus, I cannot feel love. I cannot feel love because no one is loving me. No one is putting that on me. I don't feel it because it's not being given out. I cannot love. I can't love because there is no one to love. And maybe I don't even know how to love because I've never received it in these feelings. I'm not saying like I've never received love. I'm just saying in the mindset, I cannot live anymore because, what is there? You're not part of the world. You're not getting things that you need, and you can't do things that you need to do. So, like, what can you do, right? So going into the second verse, to feel so alone and yet surrounded. And that's, once again, alienation. Like, I'm supposedly part of a lot of different groups. And, I'm part of the metal community. I'm part of the YouTube community. I'm part of the horror movie community. But I'm not, I don't feel like I fit in a lot of times because I don't feel like I'm enough when it comes to those communities. Like, when you talk about the horror community or even the metal community, you see people in that community and, they're like balls to the wall. They get the tattoos and the dress, and the attitude, the and the blood and the murder and all that stuff, makeup and this corpse paint and all that stuff. They've got horror metal sounding nicknames and stuff in their, when they're influencers, their podcast is like Stabbing in the Woods or, Bleed Through the Metal or something like that, and I'm Zanko Kodenshi. And, you look at me, he's like, if you don't look hardcore or anything like that. And so it feels like, I'm just not, like, I'm not enough to be, part of the community. So, I've always made the joke, like, that I'm too weird for the normal people and I'm too normal for the weird people. So where do I fit? I don't fit anywhere. And, especially, let's say, MovieTube on YouTube, Movie Twitter, whatever, Movie Twits, X movies now, I guess would be probably whatever, because I'm not snobbish enough to be in the elite movie category. It's like, oh, look at this man. Oh my goodness. Oh, he doesn't watch Goddard. And, oh, Godard or Truffaut, no Godard or Truffaut. I don't know how to pronounce. I'm not French, whatever. this man, he likes Friday the 13th. Oh, how drogue. Oh, talk about bottom of the barrel. Oh, he doesn't know what true cinema is. Oh, Scorsese and Man and Friedkin. Oh my God! How pedestrian! Oh, you don't know what cinema is. Cinema is a 5-hour movie about the life of an elderly French woman. Taking out the garbage and cleaning the dishes in the sink. That is peak cinema. It is riveting because it says so much about the human condition, and its layers so layered. I'm sorry, I just came in my pants. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I went way overboard on that. My apologies, my friends. My apologies. But, I mean, I don't have a little thing against the snubs on the movie here. I don't have anything against them at all. No, you can't tell shit about that. Anyways. I mean, Godard's not bad. Truffaut's all right. If you like being bored. Anyways. So you're alone, yet surrounded, and you can feel alienated, and this, of course, in high school. I'm in high school. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the class. There's a lot of people in the hallways, and yet I felt separate from everyone, and in a way, I did that to myself because I wanted to protect myself from bullies and stuff like that, but yet, there it is, and skin stripped to the bone, and yet I am hounded, which is, some of the things that happen. It's like, you've been taken, you've been beaten, you've been ravished. Okay, maybe not ravished. You've been ravaged. That's what I meant to say. Ravaged, not ravished. I mean, that's a whole different thing, anyways. But, you've been taken, you've been beaten, and yet, even then, you've been pounded. You're still hounded. They're still after you. It's like, why can't it just end, right? So, everyone has betrayed me and left me alone. And is there someone to save me? Nope, there's no one. Maybe I should have done that. No one, instead of none. No, there is no one, But alone, no one. I don't know. Anyways. But once again, those feelings of, I thought you were my friend, but, you talk bad about me to other people, things like that. And so, you feel this separation, this loneliness, this, I cannot feel love, I cannot love, I cannot live. Why me? It's like, but why me? Why is it me? Why are they doing this to me? What is it that I'm the target? What is it that I can't fit in? What is it that I can't be part of the world, right? And so, alone, I cannot see myself happy, Alone, I can see my friends, and I have them in quotes here, laughing, and they're, i.e., laughing at me, and were they friends? No, not really. Alone, I can feel the cold wind blow, alone and only alone. The only choice given to me. And I think that's the crux of this thing. Is when you're in that situation, you feel like you don't have a choice. You don't have any control. You can't choose to be friends with someone. They have to accept you. If they don't, then you can't be friends with them. You can't choose who you love, because if they don't feel that way, they don't love you, then you don't get it. It's like, and so you can't choose to do the things you want to do. I cannot live. It's because you're not able to live the life that you want to live, the life, with the friends, the life with the family, the life with the groups, the life with the love and all that stuff, because in the end they all rejected you, and so you're not allowed to do anything. And so the only choice you have is being alone. And it's not true. That's not the truth. You do have choices, but you get trapped in these feelings, and it makes you feel like that's all there is. And it's sad, and it's bad, and it's harsh. And so, the idea is like, what's the point? Might as well just, and that's kind of like the thought process there. So there you go. There's Alone, and yeah, let's move on here and go to the next one that I've really been avoiding. And this one, also the subject matter is pretty serious, and part of the fear is that this whole thing is a metaphor, and it's using this subject matter as a metaphor for something else that's happening. And I know that there is a danger that some people may interpret it as making light of or lessening that, because it's like, well, these are two different things, and this sort of thing, this sort of thing, not as bad as this sort of thing, and therefore you're lessening this sort of thing by having it be a metaphor for this, and that's not the intention. The intention is just like the feelings, parallel types of feelings. I'm not saying they're on the same level and stuff like that, but I'll kind of explain why afterwards. But just, be warned here. So this one is called Rape. So so now you know it's so be prepared. So here we go. I thought I knew you. I thought you were my friend. But what you are doing now, I just don't understand. You took me to this place. I went without knowing. Boxed me in this corner. So for now, I cannot escape. You batter and break me down and start to smother me. I struggle to escape from this. I cannot overcome you. Hard pressed against me, I feel my strength drain away. I try to cry out, to scream, but not even sound can escape. You force me to feel this. You force me to experience it. Penetrating, tearing, piercing, ripping. You force it inside of me, inside my very being, suffocating, hemorrhaging, convulsing, dying. I give up trying to escape. My struggles now cease. I close my eyes and pray for all this to just end, to stop what I feel, to make me numb. I just want this to end, so I let it happen. You tell me it's my fault if I wasn't the way I am, if I didn't act the way I do, if I didn't do what I did. You wouldn't have to do this. Force me into this reality. Break my will and spirit. But I brought this upon myself. I am so ashamed, lying on the floor, a crumpled mass of myself, crying from the wounds. You took something from me, never to return again. I am missing something. I will never be whole again. I thought I knew you. I thought you were my friend. But what you are doing now, I just don't understand. You took me to this place. I went without knowing, boxed me in this corner. So for now, I cannot escape. So, yeah, that is heavy, heavy stuff, and it's an kind of an analogy, an allegory. I don't know what you want to call it, for when I the love of my life left me for another man, and that this is this is the kind of the emotional feeling that I had, that I thought I knew this person. I thought they were my friend. I thought they were my lover. I thought they were my partner. And the thing that they're doing, leaving me, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why. I don't understand. And so I've been taken to this place, and I wasn't knowing I was going to go to this place, and, box me in this corner. So I can't find a way out of this. And that place is this, what I went through. The thing, you force me to feel this, you forced me to feel this pain of you leaving me, the pain of losing someone you care deeply about. You're forcing me to experience it. And it's not just, you're not forcing me just to feel it. You're putting it in me. You are putting it into my soul. You are putting it into my being. And the thing is, like, if you've ever loved someone and tried to build a life with someone, and especially when before you felt so discarded and overlooked and not appreciated, and your self-esteem was just in the dumps because you never got a win, you never thought you would, and then you meet someone wonderful, and everything clicks, and everything seems so wonderful, and she's into you and you're into them, and you're all about each other, and you start to build a life with this person, and then she takes the dagger out and it destroys you. And that's why I was saying, like, in there we're talking about live this reality. It's like I was living a different reality. I was living a reality where I was loved, and I was able to love, and I was able to live, and I was having the dream that I had to have, the life. I was in college, I was graduating, I was going to have it all. I was going to have the dream. And then it all came crashing down, all practically at the same time. The job, the love, the life, gone. And in its place, the darkness, suffocating, hemorrhaging, convulsing, dying. That's when I said, I've died before, and this was me. I was dead. I died there. That killed me. And I didn't live for a long time because of this. Give up trying to escape. That was part of it. My struggles now cease. I just close my eyes and pray for it to just end, for this feelings, the darkness, for it to just go away, to stop what I feel, to make me numb. I just want this to end. So, I stopped fighting. I stopped caring. I stopped living. And I wanted it to just end. And I wanted it just, I didn't want to feel anymore. I wanted to be as emotionless and thoughtless as the dead. Because it was so much. It was so much crushing upon me. And you tell me it's my fault if I wasn't the way I am, if I didn't act the way I did. That's the part of the self-blame. But I brought this upon myself. You forced me into this reality. Yes, you forced me into this, breaking my will and my spirit. My hope dead. All is lost. It's gone forever. It's what I felt. And it was my fault. It's always my fault. It's always my fault because, obviously, if you were great, if you were awesome, it wouldn't have happened, right? If you were perfect, wouldn't have happened, right? So it's all obviously you. It's your fault. You led them on. You enticed them into this action. You forced them to do it. It's not their fault. They attacked you. It's not their fault they destroyed your world. It's your fault. You did it. You created the whole situation for it to happen. So, you blame yourself and boom, there it is. And you took something from me, never to return again. I am missing something. I will never be whole again. And yeah, took my dreams. My idea, what I was working for, what I was living for, and left a hole. And it's, the feeling that you'll never be whole again. God, I'm a fucked up individual, aren't I? I am completely messed up. And then back to the beginning, I thought I knew you, thought you were my friend, but what you were doing, I just don't understand. You took me to this place, I went without knowing, you boxed me in this corner, and so for now, I cannot escape. And that's the whole thing, is even at the end though, there's a slight piece of hope, because I said, so for now, which for now, I cannot escape, but there's this idea there that there may be a time, not now, but there may be a time where I could escape. And so, not the bleakest of ends, but for now I've got to feel that, and that now lasts quite a while. So, yeah. So, yeah. It's rough. It's tough. Yeah. It's what yeah. I don't know. So moving on. Okay, so I kind of edited out the last part of this whole thing because it's complicated. It's complicated. I'll leave it at that. Just sometimes the fear hits again, and and I just want to be sure that everyone understands, and it's, I don't want any misinterpretations, and I don't want any misunderstandings. So let's just leave it at that. Because I'm stressing about it. I shouldn't be stressing about it. Okay, so anyways, happy face, happy. I'm happy. I'm good. Everyone. I hope you're all good too. And this has probably been a super long one, even with the edits. So I will leave it at that. Thank you for watching another episode, and everyone be good. do your best and try to, combat fear and doubt, and hopefully get some inspiration and you seize the day. So, yeah. Till next time, Internet, stay sexy, and I will be seeing you again.